What's the balance in, especially in the playoffs, of having fun but also playing with that intensity, and how important is that balance?
Yeah, it's huge. For me personally, I think that's when I'm at my best, is when I'm having fun out there and just having fun with my teammates, whatever it might be, whether I'm supporting them or they're supporting me. Like, it means everything to me. So, I don't know, just out there having fun, messing around, but also realizing that, like, this is a big moment and we're all locked in too.
On April 16th, 2003, Michael Jordan retired for the third and final time. However, now in 2024, the new era MJ has arrived. His name is Bald Derrick White. Now, I don't know what it is, but people who are bald in the NBA just tend to play better. Right, with hair, Derrick White averaged 10.9 points a game, 1.5 threes a game, while shooting 46 from the floor, 39 from 3, and 80% from 3. But then, look at his numbers while bald. 22.4 points a game, over 12 more points, just about 3 more threes a game, while shooting 58% from the field, 48% from 3, and 90% from the free throw line. Now, in this video, we're going to break down exactly how the Boston Celtics have activated Prime MJ for the NBA playoffs. On this play specifically, you get JB getting double teamed on the low post. He's going to kick it over to Jrue Holiday. Now, what I want you guys to focus on is, Al Horford and Derrick White in the corner. Jrue Holiday is going to make an excellent play, right? He could swing it over to Jason Tatum, but realizing the rotation, you can already start to see Jovic starting to, get over back to the middle just so he can close out on Jason if he needs to. Jrue drives into the lane, waits for Delon Wright to fully commit inside, kicks out to Derrick White, who buys him an extra second or two to pull up this three, and Derrick White, just like that, activated his MJ ability. Alright, all jokes aside though, in this video we're going to break down exactly why Derrick White is becoming that new X factor for the Celtics, especially now that Kristaps Porzingis is out with an injury, most likely will not be back to the Eastern Conference Finals. But let's break it all down. So on this play specifically, we get Derrick White versus Nikola Jovic. So we like this matchup a lot, but one thing we need to realize is Derrick White's versatility, right? So on this play specifically, he is going to drive baseline into the lane. Whenever you drive baseline like this, especially if you're Derrick White, you got to be wary of a couple of things, right? Weak side help here, but also the ability, you have a big man on you. Once you get into the paint, he has the ability to block you. So be careful. Derrick White drives in. I think Jovic does a really good job just making sure Derrick White had no opportunity to pull up a shot. But the one thing that's been really underrated about the Celtics throughout this playoff run so far is their ball movement, right? The court mapping ability, knowing where each other are, knowing where each other are going to be, right? So Derrick White kicks over to Al. Al is going to kick over to JB. Now, the good thing about JB and Jason Tatum, especially when you're going up against a team like Miami, they're always going to double team you. They always want to look at you. They want to see, take away their best player. So on this play, JB gets to that right elbow, and you already see Caleb Martin starting to bite over. Now, whenever you get a double team in the NBA, you're going to notice one guy is going to be open. Someone is open at any given time, right? So, boom, spins in, fully commits Caleb Martin to him, kicks over to Al. You're going to get strong side rotation here by Jovic. He's going to slightly just kick it over to Derrick White. Now, Derrick White could do one of two things here. He can pull up this three and maybe it goes in. Or he can pump fake, which he does. Look at this. Ready? Pump fake. You get Bam Adebayo and Jovic fully committing to you, and now you're able to drive right in the paint, and Delon Wright's like, yeah, you know what? I don't want anything to do with that. Lets him dunk it, gets it to go. And just like that, man, the Celtics are so tough to guard because their IQ, their court mapping ability, but also the versatility to play 5 wide, right? Nobody's in the paint. Right here, you see how JB's going to leak back to the three-point line. If this was old school NBA, you'd always have someone in the dunker spot, probably someone at the right elbow, and the paint would always be so congested. But in today's NBA, when you have a guy like Jrue, Jalen, Al, Derrick, and Jason, you can play this spread type of offense, which keeps the paint wide open, and this is what allows Derrick White to get right to the paint and get an easy bucket there for 2. Alright, now here's another beautiful play here by Boston. Actually, before we get into this one, do me a big favor. Hit that like button. If the video gets up to 400 likes, we'll be dropping a part 2 of this type of video before we get into the next round. But also, understand guys, we will be live tonight on Twitch watching the Cavs and Magic game, which is huge because we do play the winner of that series. So if you guys want to watch that with me, go follow the Twitch. It is Matty Dubs with 3 S's, or you can find it in the description below. But also subscribe to this channel because we'll be live streaming every single Celtics game on here. So join the family, turn on post notifications. That way you're notified every time we go live. Now, this play specifically, we're going to see Jaylen Brown reset the offense to Payton Pritchard. Now, the reason to do that is because we're trying to run a play here for Derrick White at the top of the key. So what we're going to see is Horford get over here, and we're going to give Derrick White 2 options. He can come off the screen and pull up for 3, or he's going to read and react. So he's going to see what Tyler Hero does. If he goes under the screen, he can pull up for 3. If he goes over the screen, he can curl in for maybe an open layup. So boom, this is where we see it right here. Derrick White, let me pause it right here. So Derrick White getting the screen at the top of the key. Let's see, read and react. You see how he stops short? He doesn't go fully around the screen. He stops right where Al Horford is, walling off the defender. Hero trying to go under the screen, allows Derrick White to pull up for a 3. And this is just a beautiful basketball, man. Great screen by Al. Levels his hips right in front of Tyler Hero. Boom, gets in front, doesn't move. Is like a stone wall, and Derrick White's able to pull up for an open 3. That is beautiful execution there by the Celtics. All right, here's another beautiful play by New Era MJ. Obviously, quick isolation versus Patty Mills. Now, Patty Mills isn't the best defender in the world, but definitely brings some physical energy and definitely a guy who can be a spark plug at times. But Derrick White doesn't think so. Easy step back 3, hand in his face. The shot making ability of Derrick White's insane as well. I mean, dude, this dude, I love Derrick White. I don't know how we ended up getting him for what? Romeo Langford, Josh Richardson. I don't know what we gave up, but whatever Brad Stevens did, I mean, dude, Brad Stevens is the GOAT. He's the GOAT. He's the best. I mean, think about it for a second. Brad Stevens has gotten Kristaps Porzingis, Derrick White, and Drew Holiday. 3 brand new starters. And, no offense to Danny Ainge, but Danny Ainge would have never pulled off these 3 moves, trading the pieces we traded away. I don't think he ever would have done that. But man, Derrick White has been insane, not only on the offensive end, but defensively, he's all, first team all defense. He is probably the best defending guard in the league. And that's not even cap. A lot of people are nervous about losing Marcus Smart, his physicality defensively. Maybe Derrick White's not as, not as much of a hustler, but dude, Derrick White, the best defender as a guard in the NBA. I don't think that's a stretch at all. It gets a beautiful steal there. And here we go offensively. Sided to bounce here for Jason Tatum. We're going to get 2 pin down screens for Derrick White by Payton Pritchard and Al Horford. Get it over to Derrick White early. Right now, instead, earlier we said he could curl off the screen or just pull up for a 3 off a screen. On this play, he's going to curl off the screen, forcing Duncan Robinson to help out in the paint. Right, Derrick drives in, puts up a floater off the glass, gets it to go. I mean, dude, the shots that this dude hits, incredible. At this point, we're out rebounding them 33-13. Thought we did a beautiful job in this last game, really making sure they didn't get second chance opportunities. We're going to get a high pick and roll, Jason Tatum and Drew Holiday. Another thing I love about Boston, you can have anybody be a screener. Not Kristaps, not just Al, not just JB. You can have Drew, you can have Pritchard. We just saw that in the last play. Derrick White can set screens as well. It makes us so damn versatile. Boom. Tatum gets that screen. He's going to kick over to Drew. Now, since Patty Mills committed to the Jason Tatum over the screen, right, hedged over, now Drew has to find, some strong side help here in DeLon Wright, leaving Derrick White wide open in the corner. No good rotation by the Heat. Wide open 3 once again. The ball movement is key for the Boston Celtics. You're not seeing ISO ball. You're not seeing selfish ball. You are seeing everyone making the extra pass. I mean, on this play specifically, this is beautiful, right? Get that screen. They now hedge over with, Patty Mills. Well, like we said earlier, the Heat will always double team if it's Jason or Jaylen with the ball. Boom, kick it into that left elbow here, Derrick White. Strong side rotation, good ball movement. It's all so beautiful. Guys, real quickly, before we finish off this video, I need you guys to do me a big favor. Underdog Fantasy is doing the most legendary thing in the world. Not only if you use my code in the description, they will give you a free $100 depending on how much you first deposit, but also they're going to give you a free square as well. Now what that means is, for example, let's just say Jimmy Butler, right? They're going to have Jimmy Butler over half a point, right? And every single couple of days they're going to give you freebies that you can just easily win money on. Go claim your free $100 by depositing $100 or whatever you want. They'll match your first deposit, but also go get a free square. Go win money. They have so much you can bet on, and it's not just basketball. If you like MLB, MLB's here as well. They have tennis, they have NHL, they have soccer, they have women's soccer, FIFA, esports, racing, golf. They have everything you could think of, and they have live drafts as well. So if you want to get in an MLB draft and play that, you can. If you want to get in an NBA draft and play with some people, some of your friends, you can do that as well. If you use my code in the description, not only will they match your first deposit, but they're going to give you free money as well in terms of these little bets, right? These little bets that you can put in. Tyrese Halliburton over half a point, the easiest money you'll ever make in your life. Go check it out, and let's get right back into the video. Now this play, last play I want to show you guys, this might be one of the most demoralizing if you're the Miami Heat. Obviously, the game looks over, 28-point game, but we're going to get a pick and roll. Derrick White basically just says, actually, let me fix this. Derrick White basically says, hey, come send me a screen. I want Nikola Jovic on me. So right away, disrespectful says, yeah, Jovic, you come guard me. I want you to guard me. Boom, gets a switch right there, and now you got a one-on-one between you and Nikola Jovic. And actually, I'm not going to lie, right? Derrick White, just a pull-up three, pretty good defense by Jovic. I mean, he's right in his face, didn't jump, not sure why, but Derrick White ends up getting it to go. Demoralizing. When a guy hits the shot, calls for you, calls for the switch, wants you to play defense on him, and then he continues to drain a three right in your face. And that must be one of the most demoralizing feelings in the world. But guys, Derrick White, he's turning into our X Factor. And man, are we going to need his, tenacity defensively, his offensive rhythm, consistency, right? We're going to need that in the second round versus the Cavs or Magic. Let me know who you guys would rather face. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. We'll be live tonight on Twitch for that game. So make sure you guys come through. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next Celtics update. Hopefully tomorrow, maybe. We'll see.